What is going on, my Cardano friends? It's your friend Jack here, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the Cardano price as well as some bridging from Ethereum to Cardano. So with that being said, let's get right into it. First things first though, I want to discuss that my pool, Jack Pool, is still providing that passive income for all our delegators. So if you want to stake with the Jack Pool and earn passive on your ADA, please do so, okay? First things first, now in terms of price action, yesterday we saw a 10% drawback in Bitcoin after we hit a new all-time high of $69,000. That is an awesome number, and it's also the highest number we've seen ever, right? Ever before, all-time high indications. And then we saw a pullback. That pullback was about 10%. It was quite hefty. Many people actually sold during this. A lot of people sold during this because they get scared. But most people, and I think most people by now, do know that it's not something to be scared of. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies are volatile, and it's most likely better to hold, especially when you're in the top 20 of cryptos and you have reliable blue chips that have performed year over year really well, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and even right now there's many others coming up that are just doing really well in the market. Now, let's take a look at the charts and see what the current prices are right now, and then kind of talk about where I think they could be headed in the next few months. So right now, Bitcoin's at 65,000, it's down 4,000 from its all-time high, and pretty much everything is kind of neutral or it's a bit down in the past 24 hours. That being said, I also want to talk about the cycle top that we've all been expecting and how most people, including myself up until about the past week, I've thought that, hey, we're going to see a December peak. That's when everything's going to go parabolic. That's when we're going to the moon. But thinking about it more and more and looking at it, it's only happened once before that the peak prices were in December. And that was back in 2017, the last quote unquote bull run cycle. Now, this top was set in one time before in December, so there's not really much indication that's going to happen again in December. It's happened once out of the 3 cycles we've had for tops, and my odds and my gut is telling me that it's not going to be in December we're going to see this peak. So if you're looking for a juicy Christmas present for someone else and you're relying on those Bitcoin gains coming right before Christmas, there's a chance we see this cycle prolongate over into 2022. I think it's very likely, and who knows when the bear market will come, but I do think we have a long ways to go before this bull market is over. You also have to keep in mind, I don't really know this for certain, I'm guessing. This is a speculation game, and realistically, anything could happen, news can come out, but ultimately, to me, all these cryptocurrencies in the top are going to be better stores of value than US dollars. So I'm going to be investing in them, especially on the way up to the top of the cycle. Okay, now, more specifically, Cardano price. Everyone wants to know about Cardano price and how does the rest of the market affect Cardano? Well, Cardano does have a few catalysts in its price perspective that are coming up after we hit that all-time high of about, $3.10 for the smart contract release. And since then, we haven't had much action really on Cardano. There hasn't been much catalyst that have come out, but there's always things lurking in the background of Cardano because there is 5 stages of development. Only 3 of them have been completed. The other ones are being worked on simultaneously. So there's always a lot going on with Cardano behind the scenes that at any moment could just kind of explode at the price. That's how I see it in my eyes. Obviously, these things take time, and what Cardano is trying to do is a long-term vision. So the price short-term isn't always going to reflect a perfect long-term, articulation of where the price could go. Right now, we're at $2.09, kind of holding steady. A few months back, we used to hold steady at $1.20. So there has been price appreciation, and Cardano is still up over the past 1.5 years, way more than any other top crypto. So that's something to keep in mind too. I think this $3 all-time high will be surpassed very shortly in the next month and a half, 2 months. That's my prediction. I think by the end of the year, we still could see that $10 Cardano because ultimately, when things get crazy, they get crazy. Now, am I saying you should depend on a $10 Cardano? No, by no means. This could not happen. This could take 6 months. This could take 2 years. It's really not something you can perfectly predict in crypto. But in terms of saving and storing value, I think you're much better off going for, a $2 Cardano than you are putting your money into your savings account, earning 0.0001% interest rate per year. That's just my opinion. That's just what I'm sticking to. If you're looking for a short-term price guide, I would say that this is pretty low. This price is pretty conservative. It's not the worst in the world. In terms of a monthly standpoint, you can see here, it's underneath the kind of 50% price range. So the high end for this month has been $2.38, and we're sitting at $2.09. So it's not a bad entry point for many people. There's a very good chance we go up in price from here, especially when we're down 5% on the 24-hour. And yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Obviously, it's still somewhat of a risk, but for me, I just buy the dip, hold long term, and don't think too much about it. That's really what I do. And I'm not a financial advisor, obviously, but moving past the price, I want to talk about some bridges being built to link developers and users from Ethereum over to Cardano. The first bridge we're going to be looking at is the Milkomeda bridge, allowing people who have learned some Solidity, no Solidity, any developers who are experienced with Solidity building on Ethereum to essentially bring their project from Ethereum or Solidity code and deploy it on Cardano through Milkomeda. This is pretty important and pretty awesome. And then here's a little update of basically Sebastian, the CTO of DC Spark, the people behind Milkomeda, using wrapped test data with their new wallet and basically allowing him to use Solidity on Cardano. So a little bit of an update. It's pretty awesome. There's still documentation coming, but I thought I'd just share that with you guys because I found it interesting, and I think this is going to be pretty important for getting more developers into the Cardano ecosystem going forward, especially alongside the ERC20 token converter. Now, I want to also look at a project. There's a Cardano NFT project, just quickly. Angel Baby Hit Squad, they are developing a project on Ethereum, and this is going to bring from Ethereum NFTs to a Cardano utility standpoint via 12 or more airdrops with some well-known projects on Cardano. So I thought this was pretty cool as well. They're essentially having an Ethereum drop, and they're going to be bringing people to Cardano through the Ethereum drop. So I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. And since we're talking about the bridges being built, I thought I'd mention that. They're going to be getting help with this from our friends at Bondly Finance. So definitely stay tuned on this channel because I will be covering that the more we know about it. Lastly, I want to cover that SundaySwap Labs is doing an ISO vote, which I mentioned in yesterday's video. I'm going to be making a separate video on this, but if you want to go to iso.sundayswap.finance, it'll be linked down in the description. You can go ahead and vote in 1 hour and 45 minutes. And if you want to vote for Jack's stake pool, my stake pool, to basically be one of the stake pools that if you're staking with, you get Sunday tokens, please consider using this platform to vote for Jack in 1 hour and 45 minutes between the next 5 days. I'll have a full video and tutorial on how to vote, but that's all I want to say for today. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next freaking video. Peace out.